Hi, this is Scott Michaux and John Boyette with the Augusta Chronicle. We're here at the Olympic Club in San Francisco for the 2012 U.S. Open. John, you've been to several U.S. Opens now. What are your impressions of this golf course compared to some of the other ones?
Well, this is my fourth U.S. Open. I've been to Pinehurst, Pebble Beach, Congressional, and now Olympic. And I think this one's going to really have the most premium on driving that I've seen so far. I think the fairways are very narrow, as they always are at the U.S. Open, and they're tilting, and it's going to be really tough to keep it in the fairway.
Yeah, this is a golf course that has small greens and narrow fairways, and the fairways are not level. You can hit a great drive right down one side or the other, and it'll end up in the rough on the opposite side. The other thing that is a bit quirky are some of these greens with these shaved areas, like 17 and 13. You could hit the green and just roll off the side, and on 13 you could end up in a hazard, and 17 you could end up almost in front of the 18th tee. And it really is going to be a little penal for guys who might even hit just a slightly wayward shot.
Yeah, the players have really been complaining about 13, haven't they?
They have, and that one could be a decisive hole in this tournament. Other than the golf course, I mean, you got a lot of players with these marquee groups out there. Tiger, Phil, and Bubba playing together, and then you have the 1-2-3 pairing of Luke Donald, Rory McIlroy, and Lee Westwood. What do you think about the favorites in this tournament, and who do you like?
Well, I think that's a good thing that the USGA does. They usually have some marquee pairings like that, and that's what the fans want to see. They come out to see Tiger, Phil, and Bubba, and I think that'll be a great pairing. I think this is probably really wide open from what I can tell. I mean, the golf course is going to put a premium on driving the ball well, and I like Tiger because he won 2 weeks ago. When they just announced today that the Jack Nicklaus medal will be awarded to the U.S. Open winner from here on out, and Tiger has a knack for doing great things when Jack Nicklaus is around, so we'll see what happens.
I really think the winner will probably come out of one of those two groups. I like Lee Westwood for some reason. I just think he's a great U.S. Open player. I think he's due to win one of these majors, and it would be great to see him get that validation in his career with something this week, and he won just last week over in Sweden, so I think he's a real favorite. Luke Donald as well, but I wouldn't count Phil out. There's something about him that elevates his game when he plays with Tiger Woods these days, and five-time runner-up in the U.S. Open, maybe this is the time he breaks through. As far as long shots, you have anybody who's maybe off the leaderboard of those guys that you like?
Well, I don't know if he's a long shot, but I'll take Zach Johnson. For the history buffs out there, 1955, the greatest upset in U.S. Open history. Jack Fleck beat Ben Hogan in an 18-hole playoff. Jack Fleck, of course, is from Iowa. Zach Johnson is from Iowa, so let's go with that.
I think that's a pretty good pick. I also like Jason Duffner, too. I know he might not be a long shot because he's won twice already this year, but he just seems to have a game that would be perfect down the middle on the green, and his emotions don't seem to fluctuate a whole lot, and that's the kind of thing that can win you a U.S. Open. So.
Absolutely.